Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's enough for caffeine for me for one day. Okay. No more caffeine. No one wants that. Hey, good morning, CSL Seattle. My name's Jake. I'm the music director. That's Yuri on percussion over there. And that's Osama on bass. And that's Joe on drums. And already on stage, ready to roll like the professional she is. Please give it up for the one, the only, the amazing Stephan Plummer.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? Wow. Could you believe that fog this morning? Wasn't that glorious? I think because I'm a musician, right? I like the fog sometimes. It's good to write songs. I didn't write this one, though, but this is a sing-along by Karen Drucker. So I am so blessed. You know that one? Woo! We'll sing it through one time if you don't know it, and then just sing with us if you want to. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. All right, Jake.
Let's just move into an opening prayer. And in this moment of blessing, of being blessed, recognizing the blessing, knowing that we are a blessing, that blessing is running rampant in this room, in this community that we call the Center for Spiritual Living, all from the divine moving through and as us. So I know that the one mind, the one life, that one presence is holding this community in love and light and safety to be a place where the God shows up as each of us and all of us. The divine moves to lift our eyes to the greater good as we serve this in the world to create a better world. I know this time is blessed. I know that the music supports us, the message will support us, and we support each other. So within that idea of community, I ask you to affirm with me and say together, and so it is.
Yes, and so it is. Hello, welcome, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle. Okay, good morning. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So I'm Karen Cleveland. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm a minister here at Center for Spiritual Living. And I just want to welcome everyone here this morning. It's really great to see the faces, and it's great to feel the energy of all of you online joining us. So glad you're here. You know, here at Center for Spiritual Living, we are a spiritual but not a religious community. We inspire people to connect with something greater than themselves. And we do this by using age-old wisdom, teach classes, let people try it on and see how it feels with no dogma. You know, about 2/3 of our community is actually joining us online right now. And so warm welcome to all of you that are online. We invite you to come actually see us in person. If you're in Seattle sometime, let us know you've been watching and come see what it's like to sit in the service and in the seats. So in the seat backs in front of you, those of you here, we have these connection cards. Please take them with you and read through them. They let you know how to stay connected to us, how to pray, how to just know more about us and support us and get prayer. So you can take those online. You can do that through the spiritualliving.org website or links in the chat. I'm sorry, rearranging things here, Dawn. So speaking of online, if you are online, if you are seeing any of our stuff on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, be sure to like it and share it so that more people can see it and get this message. And that's just one of the ways we want to help spread the word and create a better world for everyone. November is Bring a Friend Month. We have lots more activities coming up, so we'll have some announcements about some later, and you might get some emails about some of them, but it's a good way to introduce people. A friend who kind of wonders what you're doing Sunday mornings or what class you're taking, that kind of thing. You can also get more information at the registration desk. And I would like to welcome up the Executive Director of Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, Monica. I'm almost going to say your old last name. Monica Comstock, yes.
Thank you, Karen. I almost always say that name too. So I'm Monica Comstock. Some of you may know me as Monica DeCluett previously. I was recently married, so Monica Comstock. Thank you, everyone online, in person, and then those of you online for being here with us today. I am blessed to have the opportunity to talk with you today about thriving. So you are probably aware that over the last few weeks in October and the first week in November, we had wonderful community members take the stage and share with you ways that the center has transformed their lives or impacted their lives in a positive way. We do that every year around this time because it is when we share our annual Thrive fundraising campaign and ask for our community to give an intentional gift in support of the community for the coming year. We have a very, very generous community, and for 2025, our community committed to over $1 million in pledges in support of this center. That's all of you who are doing that. This center is here because of you. It's here for you. Our community online, we're able to spread our message more broadly across the world because of your blessing and your gift that you bring to us. So thank you so much. Our 2026 goal is hopefully we'll match what we made for 2025, and then we gave ourselves a stretch goal to be $100,000 over that. So right now we're at about $725,000. So we still have a ways to go, and you all can help be a part of making that possible. I wanted to share a little bit about my experience of giving when I first came to the center because it was a journey for me as well. When I first came here, Kathy Ann talked about tithing. She talked about thriving and tithing, the spiritual practice of tithing. And I told her that I thought that was a big old pot of poo-poo, and I did not believe in tithing based on the experience that I had had at a previous religious community growing up and watching my mom give as much as she felt she could give, but it never being deemed enough. And so Kathy Ann, without attachment, said to me, this just works so well in my life, I can't help but share it with others. And so I wanted to share it with you. And if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. But you can give it a try. And if you don't want to give it a try, I'm going to love you anyways. And so that created an opening for me to have a different experience. And so you don't have to tithe to make a financial commitment, but the spiritual practice as part of what we teach here, to give where you receive support and then be supported in a variety of different ways back, is what I leaned into at that point. And so it started out as a journey, and now it's a joy. And it is my joy to be up here, and not only she shared with me, you know, when you learn something that works for you, share it with 1 or 2 or 3 people so that you can spread that around. So God has taken me on my journey where now I get to stand up here on this stage in front of you and be good stewards of the money that you give to this center, and talk at the top of my lungs from the microphone about the good work that this community does and the important mission of this organization that you all are a part of creating. And so if you've already given for 2026, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you're considering giving, I ask you to lean into your heart space and prayerfully consider what you might give into this community who gives back to you. We're a self-sustaining community. So you all, again, are the reason why this community exists. You're the reason why people can leave and come back. You are helping to create a legacy. The gifts that you give are going to continue to support people around the world for years to come. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Together we thrive.
How many times must I have a miracle before I trust in you? So many times I have seen your wonders, but still I'm doubting you. How many times must I keep on floundering while trying to make it through? And when will I learn it would be much easier to turn it over to you? I've seen rivers that flow and the stars all aglow, and the beauty of the sea. I've known healings and peace of mind, joy after troubled times. Still I'm doubting thee. In the quiet of eventide, I feel your strength inside, guiding me in all that I do. Oh, how many times must I have a miracle to totally trust in you, in you? Totally trust in you. How many times have I needed a miracle and to trust in you? Whoa, so many times I have been in darkness, the sun has come shining through. Oh, how many times will it take to acknowledge the wondrous things you do? And when will I learn that when things aren't working, it's just that I'm doubting you? I've seen blossoms of spring and a bird on the wing, and have watched the clouds roll by. I've seen rainbows that end the storm, peace after I've been torn. Still I've questioned why. But I know deep within my heart I have the strength to start letting you guide me through. How many times must I have a miracle to totally trust in you? Totally, totally, totally trust in you.
Thank you, Stephan. Amazing voice. Well, good morning again. I'm Reverend Don, one of the staff ministers here, and my pronouns are he and him, and I get to be the speaker today because the senior minister's off on a spiritual journey, so the kids have been getting able to play the last couple of weeks. So, and I'm happy. I'm happy for them, I'm happy for me, and happy for y'all. And we'll actually see about that here in a few minutes. But I wanted that song before the talk because if you listen to the words and let it kind of sink in, it is really talking about our humanness, who we are as humans. Not that they're, the airy-fairy, high-fluting spiritual songs are bad, but it's good to have a good song that talks about life that we live. Because today's arc, I'm starting with just that. I'm going to start with some of the humanness and move into some spiritual stuff. And then we'll see where we end up. So, and again, appreciate you being here for this on a football Sunday. We will be out on time. Don't worry. So, if we're talking about humanness, that means we recognize the times that life gets messy, that life gets to be a challenge. It's in those times that gratitude can get to be a challenge. I mean, I don't want to pretend about gratitude. I don't want to pretend I'm grateful. But sometimes in the midst of it, it's like, there's nothing here I can be grateful for. It's just not working for me. It's a challenge that we have to recognize and get to then live with in both human and in our spiritual aspects. So, but in that time, there's an emotion going on, and one I like, it's from what Adam Grant shares. He's a organizational psychologist. I love his work, and this is what he talks about with the challenging times. Disappointment comes from knowing things could be better. In those times that it's a mess, isn't that part of it? I know this could be better, if nothing else. God, I had a different plan. I was expecting this, and I'm here. What is going on? This is not what I expected. Disappointment is a perfectly valid human reaction to things going to heck in a handbasket. And I invite us to honor that and recognize it, not pretend that we're something else. That's being human. That's our humanness. It puts us in that place and that puts us into that kind of emotion. The beauty of it is that awareness will allow us to do something else. Awareness of being in that disappointment. Because Adam Grant goes on to say, gratitude flows from knowing things could be worse. Yeah, I take it all of y'all have had that moment where it wasn't what you wanted, and somehow or another you notice that this could have gone really off the rails. I mean, I've been there more than once, and that's not because I'm not good at what I do. It just happens. Things happen, like COVID, like recessions, or things in the economy. Things happen to us that aren't always what we're accountable for. But we get a chance to experience it, and we get a chance to choose our experience. Because Adam Grant says that's one of the things the only thing we can control is our reaction to what's going on. It's from there that everything else can take place. So if we're having a moment of disappointment, we're living in disappointment, living in the midst of something, there's a country song that tells us what to do. I guarantee you that whatever you're facing, there's a country song that has the answer. Okay? For this one, Rodney Atkins is the singer of a song called If You're Going Through Hell, Keep On Going. And I really think that's appropriate for this kind of moment. When you're in the midst of it, don't set up camp. Don't build a nice little fire to sing Kumbaya. Keep moving. Keep the barrel, keep going. Continue to do what's yours to do. I say that and we laugh, but it's a spiritual practice to keep taking the next small step in the direction of your desires. You're good. Use whatever motivates you to take those steps. Let something like a country song or beautiful music get you moving to bring your awareness to a new place. Another good thing to do when you're in the midst of it, call God and let God have a little bit of what you think about this plan. The nice way to say it is rumble with God. Rumble with the divine. If the divine can't take it, we're all in a lot of trouble. But the divine can handle our rumble. We can rumble with God and put it all out there. But the divine, because the divine loves us, whatever is going on. And we can move and claim that in these midst of things that may help us ultimately realize what we're going through. If you can find gratitude for it could have been worse, great. I really sometimes I just don't want to know. But I will tell you that you will eventually find gratitude in time. Because moving through the midst of it is not, again, unless you set up camp, you're going to move through this. And there's going to come a time, somewhere down the road in time, that there'll be an understanding of what this was all about. It probably won't be short time. It might be longer, but you will, as you're open to it, you will have that moment that says, you go, oh, that's why. One of my biggest opportunities to be in the midst of it was standing up, doing the right thing in a company I was with, and getting the next day finding out, oh, guess what? You're fired. Okay? Not the plan I had. And it also, around that same time, had come up with my true purpose in life, which is doing good and doing well. And so, I don't get this. This is not making sense to me. And it was a challenging time. Family, trying to find a job, all the things that go along with getting fired. I wouldn't be here today if that hadn't happened. I did not know that until years, maybe a decade later, where somewhere in some class or something, the understanding settled over me that in order for me to truly do my purpose of doing good and doing well, I had to make a really big change. Because guess what? I thought I would just do that purpose without changing. God and I had a bigger idea. I just didn't know it. Now I do. So now I can have some gratitude for that process, but I'm not so sure about the event. So anyway, that's kind of the serious part of the talk. So I want to, now that I have you, everybody thinking about getting fired, I don't want to stay there. Like Rodney says, we keep on moving. So I want to talk about gratitude as a superpower. If you had access to a superpower, wouldn't that be great? But my question is, do you really want to be a superhero? Have you seen the movies of superheroes? They get beat up a lot. There's a lot of challenges in life in being a superhero. I'm not sure if I had a superpower, I don't think I'd want to be a superhero. That's tough. And so, but think about this. If you do have access to a superpower that doesn't require being a superhero, would that be of interest? Anybody interested in that? Hey, a little more hands up. So let me describe a superpower called gratitude. And this is from Melody Beaty. Not related, spelled it different. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. That is a superpower that can do all of that. Are you interested in a superpower like that? Great. We're all in the right room. Good. So, why haven't we already claimed all this superpowerness? Well, nothing personal, nothing bad about the past, but we aren't trained for that. My training for gratitude when I was growing up was say thank you to that nice man that just gave me a piece of candy or something. Seriously, that was about the extent of my gratitude training, whether it was mom or dad. The other part of gratitude training I got, I'll tell you a bit later, but it's not any better. But that doesn't make anybody bad, broken, wrong for that. They were doing the best they can. I've been doing the best I can. We're all doing the best we can in any given moment. So whatever we are, whatever our relationship is with gratitude right now, that's the best it can be. But it can be better. And I've got some ideas about that. So if we allow ourselves to take a breath and let go of where we've been with gratitude, what might we do instead? How do you get good at something? The classic, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Okay, we're all again on the same page. But practice, I want to be really clear about the practice I'm talking about. There's a practice of gratitude. And to set this up even further, think about professional athletes. These are people who have been playing a game for their entire lives, getting paid a lot of money, and guess what? They still practice. They practice and do what they need to be better at what they do. Their practice is to improve them as a player, to be ready for the game when that day comes, to be on the field. They do the practice to make themselves better. I can't say that enough, and I'll say it more. So when you consider that practice is for everybody, then practice for gratitude, when it's our idea is to be better at gratitude, makes a lot of sense. So we look for ways we can practice that. But before I go any further with that, sometimes I find people mix up strategy and practice. So I want to separate those two and make sure we're clear there. A strategy is what the athlete does right before the game. The strategy is to figure out how they're going to play that day. That's not practice. That's strategy. Strategy is about winning. Where practice is where you learn, you make mistakes, you try things out, you figure out, oh, that didn't work. You try something else, and you find, well, that's an improvement. I'm in choir now, and we practice every Thursday night during our season. And in those practices, there are notes that I look at and go, yeah, whose world is that? Yeah, I'm not going. Anyway, but we practice it, we try it. Our choir director gets an idea, and we try it. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it just proves there's a reason that wasn't in the original music. And it's all good. Practice is the place where we get to make mistakes, fall down, get up, stretch our ideas. That's what practice is for. Strategy's for a whole different thing. I've seen people use gratitude as a strategy. That's for winning. I want to do gratitude as a state of being. And that's why I practice it. It helps me get ready to play the game of life. It helps me be a better human and a better person and just better all around. So, are you interested in being on Team Gratitude? Raise your hands. Great. I'm your coach today. Okay. So if you're going to be on a team, we're going to do this practice for our gratitude and take it into our daily lives. There's a couple of practice ideas that I want to share with you. First off, everything I'm going to ask you to do can be done in small steps. If you're going to start a new journey, start a new direction, I encourage small steps and revisiting after each step. Small steps will get us there. If you want to do the big leap, fine, but I really encourage small steps in the direction you want to go. So I've got a couple of small steps to think about. One small step I encourage if you're practicing gratitude is to say thank you a lot. Literally, thank you and say it a lot. You say it when you come in. Think about when you come into the Starbucks, you've got that order, it's sitting there on the counter. It's the only one there, you know it's yours. It's that beverage that you've been looking for since you got out of bed. I can know the ones that do that. And I don't do it very often, but it's a really good feeling when you see your cup sitting there. And what I say is say thank you when you pick it up, whether or not there is anybody near it. Because if you say thank you just in the direction of the baristas and the folks there working, somebody who needs to hear a thank you will hear it. They will feel the energy of your heartfelt thank you for giving me the nourishment and sustenance I need this morning. But I make a joke about it, but it's so real. Driving, somebody lets you in. Say thank you. I do it by waving my hand. I don't know if they'll see me, but I know that I'm sending the energy back to them of gratitude for allowing me the space to make a safe move. That doesn't happen all the time. So I really want to thank the people who do. And with gratitude, I often do the same for someone else. I do like it when they turn on their turn signal. But yes, we give gratitude. I like to do it both ways. Another short practice to do, I've encouraged this week through the Thoughts to Sleep On, was before you go to sleep, somewhere at the end of your day, just take a moment to reflect on maybe 1, 2, or 3 things that happened that day or that you became aware of that you feel grateful for. It's not a big project. It's just 1, 2, or 3 things that you can be grateful for. That the car worked all day long. You know, that your cell phone's still got a charge. Whatever, but be grateful. It sounds silly, but the idea is we're practicing gratitude. And silly is good when you're practicing. It's fine. And then in the morning when you wake up, take a moment whenever you are able to. Some people need coffee before they're human, so we know that. But when you wake up, take a moment to be grateful for 1 or 2, 3 things. For me, I do it before I get out of bed. But the thing about these practices is that you do them when it works for you. Practices only work if you use them, and so you find the ones that work for you. If you don't like the ones I'm sharing, there are long lists of practices for gratitude. I happen to like these. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing with support. Sound like a good idea? Gratitude buddy. Someone that you can share gratitudes with, that will hear them, and reciprocate, so that you have a chance to build your gratitude practice with someone that you can trust, and someone that's sharing this desire to build a gratitude practice that leads to being grateful. Find a buddy. We have buddies here that are called practitioners. They love to pray. They like doing prayers of affirmation and gratitude. You can put a prayer request in the box in the back, and somebody will be praying over it today, joining you in your gratitude. You can do it in the circle. Bring it into the circle and have immediate response, and people celebrating and supporting you in gratitude. There's practitioners at the Purple Stoles. They're around. They love praying. They can be a gratitude buddy today. Just like that. So you can talk to them and get support that way. So I invite you to find ways that you can support and be supported in working on the flow of your gratitude. It becomes more and more natural that way. And here's the hard one. If you want to be on team gratitude, really first string kind of thing, that probably wasn't right, but this one is a challenge. I've been working it over a year, working on this. So I realized that my gratitude training from my early young days was, you can't get me with gratitude, like a ninja's knocking that stuff away. No, I don't. My parents grew up in a different time. It was a challenging time. What I know is they were doing the best. And so what I know when they taught me to deflect gratitude, and I learned that I can also unlearn that. And that's what I've been doing for the last year. I've been working to, when someone offers gratitude to me, to really be present, to listen with my ears and my heart, and to really hear what they're sharing. And that's what I'm asking you to consider taking on as your practice, to really receive the gratitude from someone as just receiving. Let them give you the gift of their gratitude. And when we do that, we affirm it. I mean, just to step back for a second, have you ever had your gratitude sort of knocked away? Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's start welcoming gratitude. Let's build the channel, the flow of gratitude by welcoming it, accepting it, and just joining in it. And so, with all those practices, are you willing still to be on team gratitude? Playing that Superpowers. All right, amen. Guess what? Practices are every Sunday, 9 and 11. Yeah. It's a good place to practice it. And in between those times, we've got food and snacks and coffee and stuff downstairs, and before and after, so you can come be gratitude and do gratitudes for the coffee. You got all kinds of chances to play with gratitude and practice it here every Sunday. I really hope to see you here doing it, because I will be. And, you know, we'll measure the success of our practice, because it's probably a good idea to check in every now and then about, is this really working? How I know gratitude is working? It's the smile. When you smile more when you're in gratitude. You feel differently when you're in gratitude, living and being gratitude. So if you're wondering whether or not your gratitude practice is working, just check. See if maybe you're smiling a little more. Maybe you feel a little lighter. But I know that if we, as a community, play on team gratitude, we will be not only changing here, but that gratitude will move out into the world, and we will be helping to create a world that works for everyone. Thank you for being on the team. Let's join with me in a prayer. I take this moment in prayer to recognize this time that we have come together in this month of gratitude as a superpower and the way we're playing with it and moving into it. For I know that the divine mind, that one life, that one presence that has created all that we are, all that is, all that we know and beyond, also created gratitude. It's a gift given to us that we get to give unto others and to the world. So as we claim that superpower of gratitude in our lives and agree to make it part of our beingness, we are agreeing to live in a world that works for all. We are agreeing to a thriving life blessed by the divine. We are moving into a place where we are a conduit for good. I am grateful for this opportunity to share with you, to be here this day, to laugh with you, to smile with you, and just know that gratitude will emanate out from here in ways we'll never know, but will bless all of us and those around us. If you like this idea, affirm it with me together by saying, "And so it is." Thank you.
God is everything. God is all in all. God is so divine. Everlasting light. The sun that shines, the stars at night, and so much more, so much more, so much more. Every breath, every breath, every move, every move, every tree, every bird, every sound and every word. The moon in the sky and the mountains up high, and you and I, you and I, you and I. Give God thanks for all my days. I'm glad for this time. I give God praise. I give God praise. I give God praise. give God praise. God is everything. God is all in all. God is so divine. Everlasting light. The sun that shines, the stars at night, and so much more, so much more, so much more.
All right, it's announcements time. Yes. All right. There's some good stuff here today. So don't be so skeptical. All right. So first off, I want to just remind everyone that there will be an opportunity after the announcements to share from your good with the church, and we do that physically, actively, by having everyone given the chance to walk down the aisle, bless the basket, put your donation in the basket, whatever you would like to do. But I encourage you to participate in the flow of giving by sharing. If you've ever given here, come down and bless. If you're even thinking about giving here, come down and bless. If you're giving, come on down too. But, it's what I know about the process of giving and being part of a community that gives and supports itself is that it's just an energy that blesses us all. So that will come up. There should have been a slide, or maybe there's one behind me that has all the ways that you can give here. We have lots of ways you can do that, so please, we invite you to consider, and as Monica said earlier, it is how we take care of everything. This place is where I landed after a couple of being in the midst of it. When I moved here in 92, where we landed after that. And through all this other stuff that's happened, this has been a place where I could land and be in a community that cares and loves and supports and does a lot of good stuff. That will come in a minute. In between now and then, did you know that we have a lot of holiday service projects? I don't know how you got in the door without knowing that, but because there's a lot of people sharing it. So we are looking to take and be of support outside these four walls. And so we've selected projects that allow us to do that to support the greater community. And there's a lot of places to sign up. The Create a Better World service team has a table in the foyer that you go check out the opportunities, because we're all different. We all like doing different things. I'll bet there's something there that will get you excited. And so go check it out. Our winter coat drive started today, goes through December 7th. We love, this. It is dark this morning coming in here, and it's raining, and it's getting cold. We've already had ice, frost. There are people who cannot get a new coat, and we're looking to bring good coats, new or lightly used or whatever, a good coat, and bring those here, drop them off, and we will get them to people who want to be warm and don't have a coat. So we'll get those out for you. That goes through December 7th. I invite you to consider different sizes and also lighter colors, because it gets really dark, and a lighter color may help somebody see somebody when they should. So keep that in mind. I brought in extra larges for some reason, but you do what works for you. We're working on blessing bags, because you ever had your baggage get lost with your toiletries in it? Yeah, that's fun. What if that was every day? So we're creating blessing bags with toiletries for folks who don't have that and can use our help with that. We can do that. You can help stuff the bags. You can help downstairs doing different things with the bags. One of the things you can help ways you can help is with money. You can give the group money, and they will buy the stuff that goes in the bags. So we're multiple ways to help create blessing bags for folks, particularly this time of year when they need to be able to have good personal hygiene. The pop-up food drive is still going on today, and then that's it. Although the government opened back up, it takes a while for something that big to start doing things like they're supposed to get money out. So there's still some gaps out there. And we are supporting 3 different food banks. And again, I talked to a food bank person this morning who thanked me for saying this, and I'll say it again. It's great if you want to bring cans of soup or bring actual food, but in business, buying power can work to take $1 or the price of a can of soup and turn it into a whole case. So we invite you to bring food, and we also invite you to just share from your abundance to put money into the pot back there in the back, and the food banks can take that money and multiply it. And that will feed more people that way. We welcome all support. That's the suggestion for instead of the actual food, to support them getting more food at better prices. And the next one is, I wish I was going to be here for, but I'm not, and I won't tell you where I'll be because you'll be mad. But anyway, let me get the right date. Wednesday, November 26th, 7 p.m. One of my favorite words, pie. I like pie. That's our Pie Fest. Thanksgiving Pie Fest is that Wednesday the 26th, Wednesday the 26th, 7 to 9. It's not just pie. There's food for the soul as well, because Jake and Hava will be providing music that evening. Yeah. And then we have Rabbi Olivier, Patrick Creelman, and Iman Jamal will also be sharing some ideas around gratitude from the different perspectives of the 3 faiths. So not only will you be nourished with good old-fashioned pie, but you'll also be nourished in heart, mind, and spirit as well. It's going to be a fun night. And if I was here, I would be there. But I'm not. So that's all the announcements. Yay. And so now, again, if you're bringing a gift today, I invite you to take your gift, hold it by your heart. If you're coming to bless the basket, which is being brought up now by Gail, hold your hand to your heart and just join in. Let's join as a community now to recognize that we are coming together to support this community through our gifts, our time, our talent, and our treasure, and support of a community that can support itself and others. Our journey of this support together by marching down the aisle and dropping it off and smiling, it's just simply a way of affirming on the body level that we are part of a community that thrives, shares, and supports us in our journeys, both spiritual and human. I am grateful. I bless this offering and know that it is multiplied and does great good in the world. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. So y'all come.
we are coming to the end of the service. Christine Coy is online, ready to support you. Shannon will be here in the front for the prayer circle. Dennis is in the back. Should you want something special or individual prayer? And there is a box there. Please put your prayer requests. It allows us to pray for you during the week. And I thank you for your music, how it all ties seamlessly with what is happening. Thank you, Stephan, just telling us not only your reverence for the music and the words, but I loved your song about how many times do we need to have a miracle before we can trust. And it reminded me, years ago, at the beginning when I started coming here, I took Edwin Gaines' class the whole month. I did everything every night. I was doing it by rote. I didn't believe anything. And the next year, I had such a huge downfall. Is it called downfall? Thank you, not downfall. A windfall so huge, it knocked me. But I never put the two and two together. So thank you. Don't talked about superpowers and superheroes. And I know this superpower exists, and it's available to all of us. But it takes guts. I'm sorry, but for me, it takes guts to surrender and to trust. So we are all superheroes by just doing everything that he told us today. So I really thank you. And I bless you. I praise you, knowing that you are all superheroes. Thank you.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. As usual, please rise as you are able. Please get up on stage and dance as you're able. Be careful of cables if you do, though, please. Guitar is fragile, and so are the cables. Thank you very much. We're going to sing I Am Alive in the Spirit of God. You all know it, and if you don't, I believe in you. All right, let's do it. I am alive in the Spirit of God. 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 I am alive, y'all. Alive in the Spirit of God. Sing it again. I am alive in the Spirit of God. Woo. I am alive in the Spirit of God. Woo. I am alive in the Spirit of God. Woo. I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive, y'all. Alive in the Spirit of God. Let's take it up. I am alive in the Spirit of God. 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 I am alive, y'all. Alive in the Spirit of God. One, two, three.